Hi, welcome to Killer Boogie. Now, it's not as the name would suggest, this has got nothing to do with Jerry Lee Lewis. This was a song that was created by Jan Rietman in the early 70s and was later put to a dance routine by a guy called Marcus Koch. I'd say any self-respecting dancer who does Jive and Boogie Woogie would know the steps for this dance. Yet you won't find a Boogie Woogie player who can play this on the internet. I haven't seen anybody try to play this before. It's very, very fast. If you can play it, great, post me a video of you playing it. I'd love to know who can play it. I can't play it at the full speed yet, but I'm practicing. I've been learning it for a couple of weeks now, and I think as well as transcribing it, I'm getting faster and faster all the time, so who knows, I might get there eventually. If I do, I'll probably post a live video of me doing it, or maybe even do a live session, yeah. So let's have a look at the Killer Boogie at full speed with all the dancing, and you'll get the bug straight away. Following that, we'll take a look at the same routine at half speed, and then finally I'll do a step-by-step tutorial. You won't miss a note, be exactly how I play it or how I transcribe it. If you like the video, then please take the opportunity to subscribe and give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the bell button as well, because that would be where you see me on the next tutorial. Here we go, this is the Killer Boogie.
Where's the Killer Boogie, man?
So this is the killer Boogie Woogie. I'm going to take it as slow as I can, but it is quite complicated. So you probably recorded it in G, going. So just like to the C. Just a working bass like that. Now that doesn't help a solo boogie woogie player playing it. So what I've done for this rendition is actually to do an approximation of that and actually create, rather than playing the chord, the G chord in the right hand like that, I'm just using this G note. So I'm going. So what you can also do is walk up to this note here as well. Then of course you move up to the C and do a similar. And then back down to the G. Intonation back and forth between the D and the E. And then finally we have a D chord. Then down to the C. And back to the G. Now that'll need quite a bit of practice because you need to jump from there's the usual jumps that you have in Boogie Woogie, from the G to the C and the G to the D. But coupled with that, of course, you've got this alternating bounce. Now, on the record, it needs to be played very, very fast at sort of like 154 beats per minute. I think 254 beats per minute, which is that sort of speed. But don't worry about that at this stage. We're going to build it up nice and slowly. So that's the left hand. There is an introduction to all of this, and the introduction goes a little bit like this. So it starts in the, then it goes down to the C, then down to the G, so did you see what I did there? It starts, these are in the right hand. We start with the D chord. Well, the whole thing opens up on a D chord. And we're playing at the same time as we strike the G. We play this. It's really a country and western lick, which is kind of a... You'll hear that in country music all the time. So this is a mix between boogie woogie and country. So it just holds on that. And then you're into the start of it. So we'll do it once more. That's the hard bit there. Did you see? So most of the time in the left hand and this we're going. Okay. So that's the introduction. Then, so when you come into the first section, which is whatever it is, so it starts on this G note, the first bit of this leg. And then there's a chord here. So we've got our G chord here, which is the basis of it, and we're going up and playing this slide. Actually, I would actually take this one up in the left hand up to the so we'll go. Onto the C. So same thing again with that slide. So in the right hand, just looking at the right hand, it's no, I can't remember. I think I need the left hand. Okay, so it's going to be quite difficult to keep that left hand going. The only thing I could say is if you can actually get the tune in your mind going da 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 da, and actually hum it over or just sing it over the left hand, that will help you realise where the changes are. So or we'll go up to that one. It doesn't matter if you sing out of tune. It's not a singing contest. You're trying to get your brain to work out where the changes are. And then you need to go really slow, much slower than that. I'm not going to do it at that speed, otherwise the video will be about 3 hours long, but you need to practice at that sort of speed. Then you can add it in. So did we get all the way through the first bit? Now, here we go. So that's what the lick we're playing is. Country. And down to the G for that with that A sharp or B flat. Okay, now the next section, that's section 1. When you've mastered that, that's great. You're on to section 2, which is section 2, which is just doing that little pull there, and so now we're into the country lick. No, sorry. Quite hard to play it that slow, but stage 3, which is this is quite a good thing to practice. Struggling with all of this is a really good riff just to keep playing with this left hand. Just set the metronome. Sing it first of all. Hopefully you've made sure nobody else is in the house when you're learning Boogie Woogie. That's the #1 rule. Get everybody out of earshot so you can go as slow as you like. You can make it sound as monotonous as it might be to other people listening. It's actually, obviously, it's helping you get it into your brain. This is how we get that left hand, right hand coordination going. Missed out a run in the middle there, did you hear that? So just doing, I can't remember what they're called, glycerols or something. And this. So the fourth section is actually a... Ooh, that sounded a little bit tricky, didn't it? So the left hand is easy. Let's just strike that G with these 2 notes here. And we're going to play everything in thirds. And then I switch over to this finger. Beeper means tea's ready. I'm going to have to go in a second. Let me try and finish this first of all. Okay, so no. Then switching the fingering over, so you can do that. these two. And that would be quite hard, that, because most people are not used to playing that. These sorts of changes with the fingers can be quite tricky. But trust me, if you don't learn it at this speed correctly, you'll be all fingers and thumbs over this bit. You can't just go... Because when you get up to the faster speeds, I mean, I can play this song at about 120 beats per minute, maybe. 220, maybe 210 beats per minute. But to get it up to full speed, you wouldn't stand a chance if you weren't playing with the right sorts of fingering. So. Then there's a rundown, then we go again. Then there's a... But for that last one, it's actually a kind of a rundown, so it's... And then you're into section 5. Which is just a... So just use that slide. This is generally Lewis rock and roll stuff. And then we just go mad with the... I didn't time that very well, there's 4 of these. So, and aim for somewhere around this C. And then you're into the final, the D bit. And then finally onto the D. This is the timing, it's quite hard on this last bit. Sorry, I messed it up. So it's do 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 do. So that's actually a bit of Little Richard, I straight into lick 6, are we on? So that's on the 2 black notes. Two quick ones. So, first then we start on the thumb. See here the difference there? Difference between starting on the 2 black notes for the first bit of the lick, and the second note is with the just slightly different emphasis. And then 2 very quick slides, or glides, and then we're into the C chord, but we play exactly the same thing, but starting on the third. Straight back to the G. D chord, which is just, and then a strange one for the C. So it's, don't forget to keep doing the left hand whilst you go. isn't just a normal. And then straight back into whatever the next number is. Into the C. See how I've actually moved up? It's playing exactly the same as before, but just moved up, starting on the C now. And then we can finish off the lick on the D with. Actually, I think I play those two together. Doesn't really matter, just remember this is going so fast. You can allow a little bit of embellishments and different styles, whatever notes you happen to hear. Then we're into the already. Slight change. We'll just play two of those. So. Now, this left hand actually moves up to the. And you're into a. This chord here, which is. It's going to be on the C. And then the slashes again. And then we can do what we did before. It's not quite as you did that before. Here we go. And rather than doing the slide every time, we could just play it straight. Into section 10, which is so it's slide down, or you can play. So you're onto that second note of the run. Remember, you can do that singing thing. Play the right left hand. So. Same again, in the right hand. Great, good. And then we just got the usual D. And then I think it's just finished on the G. All the way down to going back in the other direction with the C. Need that note to sound. Sorry, try that again. Country leg. Actually, it starts on that note there. Oh no. It's very different to the start. This it's so it's. Simple. And then straight down. So it's just actually one down and one side. And then you go straight to this. Play that to the fade. I hope you enjoyed that. That's the tutorial. Obviously the song was written by Jan, I think he's Dutch, the Jan Rietman, who's actually a TV presenter. I don't think he really plays boogie woogie piano. He certainly hasn't played this live anywhere, and even getting hold of the single is incredibly difficult these days. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, please subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell button down below as well. That's really important if you want to receive future notifications of any videos that I put out. If you like the video as well, don't forget to give a thumbs up and leave a comment, because it's things like the comments and the thumbs up which really help the YouTube algorithm promote this video and spread the word of Boogie Woogie. Great. If you do actually learn this tune and you can record it, then please basically go ahead, record it, and I'll look forward to hearing your recordings. So send me a link of any video that you create on YouTube using this tutorial. This is the Boogie Woogie Boss signing off. See you next time.